Moving on, Sian Flowers is the latest company to embrace solar energy in powering the company's operations. The management of the company that owns farms including AgriFlora Kenya Limited, Equity Flowers Kenya, Masai Flowers Limited, as well as Sololo Agriculture Limited, believes the move is a huge step in reducing carbon emissions and thus addressing climate change. Sakali Dalmas reports.
Sian, just to prove how much we take sustainability seriously, we made a conscious decision to even employ somebody whose work is specifically sustainability, certifications, standards.
The hundreds of solar panels installed on the backyard enclosure of the administration block at AgriFlora Kenya Limited in Njoro, Nakuru County, is a spectacle just as that of thousands of fresh-cut rose flowers produced at the farm daily. The large-scale adoption of solar panels to produce renewable energy is now shaping the production of flowers at Sian Flowers, a leading Kenyan producer of high-quality flowers from farms in Nairobi, Nakuru and Eldoret. And while electricity bills could run up to 10 million shillings per month to run the operations within the 4 flower farms, the unreliability of the power supply poses a major challenge to running the farms.
Global warming imekuwa a very hot topic so the last almost 5 years tumekuwa investigate how can we reduce our carbon footprint as a farm, how can we be carbon neutral, na tukaanzia from there tukaanza investigate what are the ways. So solar ni one of the items tumeanzia, but then pia tunafanya mambo kama sea freight as well, so hiyo ina reduce carbon footprint ya ku transport maua in Europe or the rest of the world. So solar inasaidia kwa sababu hiyo jani ya maua, customers wetu hawataki tu kununua maua tu kwa duka na hawajui ilipotokea.
Now, the proprietors of this project believe it's going to go a long way in reducing carbon emissions into the environment. And of course, it has been a huge discussion around global warming and climate change. But now, what are the cost implications of this project? With investments of estimated 184 million Kenyan shillings, the company installed solar panels that can now produce 1.3 megawatts of power energy that runs up to 40% of the operations within the farms.
In this journey, we've done 1.3 megawatts of grid. I think Gibson didn't know, GIZ did not do another, did not mention something else for our boreholes, which is around 280, making a total of 1.5 megawatts. So we are also pumping our water heavily using solar, and the investment was heavy.
Charles Mulemba, the general manager of the company, said to maximize the adoption of solar, most operations have been rescheduled to daytime unlike before. Elizabeth Kimani, a quality assurance officer at the company, said that while Kenya leads the region in floriculture innovations, most production systems are carbon and resource intensive.
We are very committed to excellence and leadership in environmental protection, and we endeavor to adopt production systems that reduce our impact on the environment. And currently, as you are aware, there is a big debate about carbon emissions. We are told that we are currently having the highest greenhouse gas concentration in the atmosphere for the last about 800,000 years, and almost approaching the tipping point.
While large investments are now shifting attention to adopting renewable energy, most, like Sian Flowers, might not achieve the 100% transition with the current power generation laws that do not allow the supply of excess solar energy to the national grid. The current laws, however, charge the suppliers of excess solar power the cost of injecting electricity into the national grid, including wiring and meter expenses.
For many years, and indeed decades, our pursuit of electrical energy solutions has followed a single track of on-grid power until recently, when off-grid power became a focal policy pursuit of the administration. The impact of that policy shift is that access to small-scale and off-grid electricity is increasingly becoming available to Kenyans in marketplaces, universities, and business premises.
Nunua solars kwa wafanyakazi, na kuna wale ambao wameinstall nyumbani, Kuna wale wengine wamepeleka zao reserve kule mama yuko, kwa sababu stima ni bei kali na haziko kila mahali.
Sakali Dalmas, KTN News.
Moving on, Universal